campus of Wofford College in Spartanburg, South Carolina. It's Wofford women's basketball tonight here on Terrier Vision as the Terriers take on the Bulldogs of South Carolina State out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bob McFarland. Glad that you joined us for Game 2 of the home season of this year's schedule as we get set for tonight's game. Been a big day already in Wofford Athletics. We'll tell you more about that later. Both of these teams here tonight coming off wins in their last game for the Bulldogs of South Carolina State. They won on the road at Winthrop on Monday night, 63-55. The Terriers with a convincing 116-74 win the other night here at home against Division II Erskine College. This is the third straight year these two teams have played. And the last 2 years, South Carolina State has won, including a 59-53 overtime game 2 years ago here. Then last year on the road in Orangeburg, it was the Bulldogs defeating the visiting Terriers 60-47. Also the all-time series, all in favor of South Carolina State. They've won all four of the previous meetings. The first two meetings occurred in Wofford's early years in NCAA Division I competition. Coaches for tonight's ball game, Doug Robertson of the South Carolina State in his 8th year at the helm with a 101-132 record overall. He also spent several years at Bowie State, his alma mater, where he compiled, where his overall record was 154-164, and that's added on to his total here at South Carolina State. That's his career total, 154-164. For the Terriers, Coach Jimmy Garrity in his first year after spending the last 3 seasons at Anderson University in Division II. 1-1 here in his career at Wofford, 66-26 in his 3 years at Anderson, including 50-12 his last 2 years. A reminder for you, as we'll be getting the starting lineups for you in just a moment, that the Wofford football team won earlier today over VMI over at Gibbs Stadium. The Terriers winning 17-0, and so they await word tomorrow on whether they will be in the FCS playoffs, and the FCS selection show will be on at 11 a.m. on ESPNU. So hope that you'll stay for that. We'll find out where the Terriers are headed, whether it'll be a home game or on the road, but we'll see tomorrow, and hopefully there will be good news for the Terrier football team. So congratulations to Coach Mike Ayers and the entire team for their effort today. A little bit hairy at times, but the Terrier defense did a great job against VMI, shutting them out 17-0. We are getting ready for the introduction of the starting lineups for tonight's game as both teams come in with 1-1 records. Last year's meeting between these two teams was, as we said, 60-47. We'll tell you more about that. But right now, let's head on over to Lenny Mathis with the introduction of tonight's starting lineups for both teams.
Let's meet the starters. First, the visiting Bulldogs from Orangeburg, South Carolina. A 5'9" freshman guard from Charlotte, North Carolina, number 3, Chantel Williams. A 5'4" graduate student guard from Chicago, Illinois, number 4, Brent Blair. A 6'3" sophomore forward from Orangeburg, number 5, Bronna Murray. A 6'1" junior forward from Augusta, Georgia, number 15, Jamia Bradley. And a 5'10" junior guard from Kinston, North Carolina, number 21, Brittany Drunkle. Head coach of the Bulldogs in his 9th season is Doug Robertson, Jr. Now let's move the starters for your Wofford Terriers. A 5'7" sophomore guard from Cameron, Wisconsin, number 1, Chloe Wannick. A 5'4" senior guard from Oakville, Ontario, Canada, number 3, Sarah Schreiner. A 5'10" senior guard from Somerville, South Carolina, a 6'1" senior guard from Simpsonville, South Carolina, 22, Kendra Washington. And a 6'2" senior forward from Naples, Florida, number 33,
Associate Director Garrett Hall had a chance to speak briefly with Coach Garrity yesterday. He was talking about tonight's game being defense being the key, especially on their help side defense. South Carolina State doesn't get that many assists, but they do drive to the basket a lot, and you have to limit them to one shot per possession. This team is good at crashing the boards and getting the rebounds. Coach Garrity also said he was very pleased with the effort from his team the other night, but they have to protect the ball better. They did a good job of that. Had 10 turnovers in the first half, only 3 in the entire second half. He also said that the 116 points is probably the most points that he's ever had a team that he coached score, and perhaps also the most assists as well in that game. And he's very pleased with the seniors on this year's team making this their team. Right now, we are all set for the start of tonight's game. Our officials for tonight's contest: Wesley Dean, Carla Roberts, and Brandon Marion. And it'll be Jaquana Murray getting ready to jump center, or Grayson Penholster, the senior from Naples, Florida. You see the band getting things going. And the tip is controlled by South Carolina State. Here's Bryn Blair. She's a graduate student. Their leading scorer at 17 points a game. Transferred in from the University of Central Florida, native of Chicago. And the jumper is good by Jaquana Murray out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. Hometown product. Their leading rebounder and block shotter, and she gets the first 2 points of the game. Maria Corella now with the ball. Penholster gets it over now to Chloe Wannick, who had 25 points, a career high the other night. Kendra Washington from downtown can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, and it's picked up by South Carolina State. That's Bryn Blair. Blair will hold up the dribble, and they'll start the offense. Here's Murray. Now on the drive to the basket, Williams couldn't get the shot to go. Penholster with the rebound, and the Terriers have the ball. This will be a better test for Wofford than the first 2 games. He played North Carolina State last week to open the season. An ACC opponent, always tough, as Wannick gets the shot to go. And then playing the other night against a Division II school like Erskine College. This will be their first big test to see how they are as a team. It'll be against a team that'll be as competitive as they are. Now a long three-pointer, that time by Bradley. The offensive rebound by the Bulldogs, and that's something Coach Garrity does not want to see. They don't have these offensive rebounds. They don't have the long shots they take. Now on the drive, that's Williams. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Wofford ball. Just gotten underway. Glad that you joined us here. Congratulations to the football team on a great win earlier today. Volleyball team, I'll tell you about that in a moment as Washington's layup is missed. Corella gets the offensive rebound. Trainer now to Corella. She'll fire up the 3-ball. And Penholster with the follow. Can't get it to go. Tough time shooting for the Terriers here in the early going. This is Blair. In the corner, that is Murray on the drive, and a foul on the Terriers.
Terrier foul on 33, Grayson Penholster.
Grayson Penholster called for the foul, her first, team first. Wofford, the women's volleyball team, a loser earlier today in the Southern Conference Tournament semifinals, losing to the host team Sanford in a 3-game sweep. But a great season nevertheless for the volleyball team under second-year head coach Lindsay Roos. On the drive, and scoring is Blair. Averaging 17 a game. And the ball is going to be out of bounds. It'll be Terrier ball. Corella inbounding it. That's Trainer. Out front, Wannick for a straightaway 3. Oh, she got the nice roll. The good shooters always get that kind of roll. Bounce high off the rim and goes right back in. So Wanek has all 5 Wofford points in the first lead for the night for the Terriers. Nice pass underneath for the layup. One of Murray. Tight Pinholster tried to get the steal out front. And that allowed Murray to go down the lane for the easy 2. So South Carolina State gets the lead back. Wanek on the drive underneath. All alone, Kentra Washington can't get the layup to go. Now Blair will slow it down for the Bulldogs. Now on the drive, the ball stripped away by Trainer. No, they say it's going to be off Blair instead. So it'll be Terrier ball. Both teams coming off wins in their previous games. After both playing tough opponents, South Carolina State opened the season with a loss at Georgia. And the layup by Pinholster. Her first 2 of the night. She's the leading rebounder early in the season here for the Terriers at 6.5 rebounds a contest. There's Murray up high. There's Blair. This is out front now to Williams. Inside, the reverse layup is good and counted, and a foul. Jamia Bradley, junior out of Augusta, Georgia, with the basket. She'll have a chance for the 3-point play, and that's Pinholster getting called for the foul. That's quickly her second, and they'll bring on Marissa Bayer for the Terriers.
For 5, Marissa Bayer checks in for the Terriers.
Bayer, the sophomore out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. Bradley completes the 3-point play. And South Carolina State with the 9-7 lead. Now Wanek. Trainer's in the corner there. It's Coach Doug Robertson with its instructions and a steal back the other way. Here comes Bradley all the way, too hard off the glass. Washington with the rebound. She leads the break for Wofford. Got Wanek on the left. Gets it back down to Corella. Now Trainer. Underneath to Bayer. She moves in. Had the shot blocked. Gets the ball back. Can't get it to go. We've got a whistle and a foul. That was Murray with the block on the first shot. But it'll be a 2-shot foul. You see Bayer trying to get the shot. There's the clean block there. Then the foul on that play. So Bayer at the line. Remains perfect on the season from the free throw line, 3 for 3. Middle game of a 3-game homestand for the Terriers. Wofford will be back home here on Tuesday night against Gardner-Webb. As Bayer ties the game up with a couple of free throws. This is Blair. Now on the drive, there's Drumgoole, who had 11 points in the game last year. Can't get that shot to go either. Battle for the rebound, and finally Corella is able to get it. Kentra Washington had a little problem with their shoes. She just now came back into action there. Corella back underneath to Washington for the shot blocked by the Bulldogs. Blair on the drive, can't get the layup to go, and Washington with the rebound for the Terriers. Trainer over to Corella, inside to Kentra, fires up the fadeaway and got it. Her first 2 of the evening. Good competitive game so far. We thought this would be the case. And Murray with the jumper. She has 6. We're tied up again. Trainer. Now here's Bayer. Corella. Out front, Wanick from downtown. Got it. Her second three and her sixth of the year in the early going. And the Terriers with a 14-11 lead, their biggest of the game. There's Drumgoole. Out front now, here's Chantel Williams on the drive.
Chantel Williams.
Freshman from Charlotte, North Carolina. Cuts the Wofford lead to 1. Wanick on the drive. Puts the shot up and in. Had to put a little extra arc to it, and she's already got double figures. 10 of the 16 points for Wanick here in the first quarter. Blair, now here's Murray on the drive. She'll run into a couple of players. Both go down, Washington and Bayer, but no foul called. Trainer with the ball for Wofford. Wanick from downtown. Can't get that one to go, and the rebound snagged by Bradley. As we approach 2 minutes left here in this first quarter. Very few whistles. Next whistle we have, we'll have a timeout. Now on the drive, Bradley now gives off to Blair. Double team, we got a whistle and a foul gonna be called on Trainer. That will send us to a timeout with our score. Wofford 16, South Carolina State 13, 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Back with more here on Terrier Vision.
We don't do it for recognition or a pat on the back. Not for glory or any award. We make the highest quality pork products because that's what you deserve. And we're honored when you have us over for dinner. That's why pride is in our name. Carolina Pride. Crafted with Southern pride.
What's it like being a member of a winning team? I'll tell you about a guy carrying the weight of the world. He needed an addition to his house. Oh, he needed a place to get away, a place to relax.
What's he talking about? He went to Founders Federal Credit Union for a loan. Built a pretty sweet man cave. Founders, way better than a bank.
Do you want one?
Well, he's on a roll.
Let's win his members!
Welcome back. Glad you joined us here on this Saturday night. Terriers with the early 3-point lead at 16-13. Terriers shooting 6 of 14 from the field for nearly 43%. Same percentage for South Carolina State. Wofford 2 of 4 from a 3-point area. South Carolina State 0-1. Both teams have committed a turnover.
Previous Terrier foul on number 3, Sarah Trainer, her first team's third.
And after the foul is called, South Carolina State gets the ball. And on the drive, Williams had the ball go out into the backcourt. It'll be a violation. So a turnover gives Wofford the basketball back. Second one for South Carolina State. Wofford out rebounding South Carolina State 9-7. Here is the freshman, Cairo Booker, with the ball now. Puts up a shot in the lane, can't get it to go. Tough luck there. Kelsey Lambden also into the ball game for the Terriers as well. Now on the drive, the shot is up and good by Blair. 16-15. Wofford lead cut to 1. Wanick trying to get inside the Bear. She's able to get it and keep the play alive. Wanick fakes the 3. Pass over now to Booker for three. Way off. Here's Blair as we're under a minute to go. This is Shekinah Pippa into the game. Now here's a long three-pointer by Drumgool, rebound by Wannick. The Terriers can take it all the way down to the end here. Just a tenth of a second of difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Lambden over now to Booker. Now here is Wannick for three, and she got it, her third of the quarter. She has 13 already. Final seconds counting down. Biggest lead right now, 19-15. Here's Blair for three, and it goes in. And that's the way the first quarter ends with the score. Wofford 19 and South Carolina State 18. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter after this timeout here on Terrier Vision.
Ingles, everything you need for game day.
I see lightning in the sky. Hold me closely, my dear. Yeah, the storm still raging inside of my soul, and I see lightning in the sky.
Second quarter play here on Terrier Vision. The Terriers leading 19-17. That last shot was apparently counted as a three, as a two rather than a three. So Blair will get credit for a two-pointer instead of a three-pointer. So it's 19-17. Chloe Wannick leading the way with 13 points, 3 three-pointers and a couple of two-pointers. 6 points for Blair, 6 points for Murray for South Carolina State. We start the second quarter of play. Pinholster on the bench with a couple of early fouls. Corella gets the ball underneath to Washington for the layup. On the drive, looks like a couple steps are taken by Bradley.
Foul number 5,
It'll be a foul on Murray.
Checking in for SC State, number 32, Alexis Scott.
Alexis Scott checks into the ball game now for the Bulldogs. Freshman out of Anderson, South Carolina. Trainer hands off now to Cairo Booker. Misses the shot. Baird with the offensive rebound. Swings the ball around. Here's Booker again. Now Corella. Trainer. Booker gets a screen from Baer. Now Baer in the lane, scores. First field goal of the night for Baer. She has 4 points as well. And Terriers with their biggest lead now, 23-17. South Carolina State had a couple of early 2-point leads. Ball knocked away. Booker in there hustling, but the Bulldogs get the ball back. Bradley now here's Regina Garrett into the ball game. Now a long three by Drumgool, but the long rebound comes out to Scott. And the Bulldogs control. Long three-pointer. No good. Rebound follow is no good by Bimpa. back the other way. We got a whistle and a double dribble called on South Carolina State.
Right for the Bulldogs, number 4, Bryn Blair.
Bryn Blair back into the ball game. Now Corella gets a screen from Washington, gets it back underneath. Kentra Washington misses underneath. And the rebound was by Alexa Scott. Here's Blair. Drumgool swinging around. Bimpa. Now here's Blair with the ball, guarded by Trainer. The lane fires up the 15-footer way off, and Bear with the rebound for the Terriers. Long three, no good, and the rebound by Drumgool. It's a screen underneath for the layup by Scott. Drumgool came up the screen by Bimpa and was able to find Scott open for the 2. Blakeney and Wanek will check into the game shortly for Wofford. Washington had the ball deflected away. A lot of hands in there. Now we got a scramble in front of the Bulldogs bench, and the ball will be handed to Wofford. A motion Blakeney, junior out of Columbia, South Carolina, checks into the ball game for the first time. Blakeney out front, Wanek, 13 points in that first quarter. Corella inside to Kentra Washington. And as the shot clock ran down, she got the shot off in time, but can't get it to go. Now here's Drumgool from downtown, and that ball will go out of bounds. Wofford basketball. Both teams not doing too well from the shooting. 9 of 23 for Wofford for 39%, 9 of 24 for South Carolina State. Bulldogs are 0 for 5 from the three-point lane. Blakeney, Wanek scramble for the ball, loose ball, and scramble, jump ball, possession arrow, South Carolina State.
Jump ball, possession arrow to SC State.
Second turnover for Wofford. They had 10 in the first half the other night against Erskine, but they cut that down to just 3 in the second half. And that's something Coach Garrity said in his conversation yesterday with Garrett Hall, said he did protect the ball better. Now here's Drumgool looking for an opening. She'll fire up a 15-footer. Long rebound, but picked up by Blakeney. Now here's Wanek underneath Washington. Can't get the shot to go, but she's going to go to the line for 2.
Bulldog foul number 21, Brittany Drumgool, her first, team second.
Drumgool with the foul, her first, team second. Kentra Washington at the line. Off to a little bit of a slow start from the free throw line, but calmly sinks that one. She has 5 points now. Wofford football team a winner earlier today, 17-0. Wofford volleyball team loses in the Southern Conference semifinals to Samford. Washington puts the Terriers up by 6, equaling their biggest lead. Whistle away from the ball.
SC State foul number 15, Jamia Bradley. It's her first, the team's third of the quarter.
And that's called on Jamia Bradley in her first foul of the game. Did you see that? Kentra Washington, who from Malden, or Simpsonville South Carolina, went to Malden High School. Blakeney from downtown can't get it go. Wannick right in there to keep the ball alive, and Corella came up with the rebound. Now underneath Washington. She's really being pressured. Bayer with the offensive rebound, and she'll go to the line for two. That's Chantel Williams' first foul. It's already the fourth team foul on the Bulldogs, and that'll send Bayer to the line. She's got a good soft touch from the free throw line. That's head coach Doug Robertson of South Carolina State in his 9th year. Can't get the second one to go. And it'll be South Carolina State basketball. Terriers with their biggest lead at 7, 26-19. Now here's Blair. Blair guarded by Blakeney. Out front, Drumgoole looking for an opening, moves into the lane, puts it up, no, but we've got a foul. It's going to be on Marissa Bayer. That'll be her first, and the first team foul. That'll also send us to a timeout. With 4:44 to go here in the first half, it's Wofford up by 7, 26-19, here on Terrier Vision.
Hard-playing kids, taking the ball all the way in. College athletes burning up the tracks. It doesn't matter if you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just into casual recreation. If you get hurt, the doctors, athletic trainers, and physical therapists at Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine Institute will get you back into your game better than ever. We utilize the latest in orthopedic care so you can return from injury to the energetic lifestyle you love. To find out more, call us at 864-606-4931.
Game day. Last season you were watching football at the mercy of that loathed cable company and your weird roommate with the ornery chinchilla. But today you're gonna watch wherever the wild you want. You go here, Wild Wing Cafe. They've got all the games on more screens than you can count, and cute roommates. This is just the wild you need. So go wild, superfan. We can't help your choking QB, but we do have cold beer.
Terriers with their biggest lead at 7, 26-19. Both teams not shooting well. Both are 9 of 25 from the field. Terriers with a slight edge in the rebound department, 17-16. 4 turnovers for South Carolina State, 2 for the Terriers. And Drumgoole is at the free throw line. Out of Kinston, North Carolina. South Carolina State was shooting 57% from the free throw line as a team after the first couple games. As Wannick's long three-pointer no good. Long rebound comes out to Blakeney. Now Corella from downtown. Wannick kept the ball alive, and now Washington underneath for the shot. She can't get it to go, having a tough time on the inside, and the ball goes out of bounds. It'll be South Carolina State ball. Kentra's only 2 of 10 from the field so far. A tough night from the field so far. This is Drumgoole with the ball again. Fires up the jumper and goes out of bounds. Wofford basketball. Blakeney in the game at point guard. Now Corella. Bayer up high. Up front, Blakeney gets a screen from Kentra Washington. Lost the ball. Here comes Blair back the other way for South Carolina State. Underneath now to Williams for the layup. Can't get it to go, and Bayer with the rebound. Out to Wannick. Now to Corella underneath to Washington. Gets out front to Bayer. She'll fire up a 15-footer. Marissa Bayer with 7 points. And the Terriers have their biggest lead of the game at 28-21. She's already got a career high. Blair underneath. Now battle with shot by Bimpa, and Terriers had the ball and is knocked out of bounds. It should be a Wofford ball, and it is. Sarah Trainer checks back into the ball game. Grayson Pinholster on the bench. He picked up a couple of early fouls and has not been seen since. On the court, that is. Corella down to Trainer. Wanek. And Washington gets knocked down again. She's taking a beating inside. That's Chantel Williams. The foul is on. That's her second. So Washington will be at the line for two. Saw her dad here at the game tonight, just down the road in Simpsonville. Came to a lot of the games last year. Got a chance to meet him and talk to him last year and earlier tonight. Also used to see Ashton Fleming, who graduated last year. Her dad would be at just about all these games as well. As the second free throw, no good, but Washington gets the ball back. Now Wanek fakes the three and scores. Chloe Wanek with 15 already. She had 25 the other night against Erskine. All-time leading scorer at her high school in Cameron, Wisconsin. Drumgold with an off-balance shot, but guess what? It goes in. She has 4 all in this quarter. Underneath, Washington maneuvers. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball. Emily Ryan makes her first appearance of the night for Wofford. Chloe Wanek gets to sit on the bench. Blair has the ball. Gets it over on the right side now. Gould now back to Blair. Cross court open. Williams for three off the side of the backboard and out of bounds. Bradley could not handle the rebound. Turnover for South Carolina State. Trainer. Washington back to Trainer. Lob underneath the Washington, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Tried for a lob play, but good defense by South Carolina State. On the drive, Blair. Coach Robertson signaling something, causing Bradley to turn around toward the bench. Drumgold with the jumper, that's a 2. Just like that, lead cut down to 6, was 10 a moment ago. We have 1:15 to go. Trainer underneath to Bayer with the left hand. Marissa Bayer. Her career high before tonight was 5 points. She did that twice, last time against East Tennessee State last February, as the shot is good by Blair. She has 8 points. Lead back down to 6. Washington to Corella, inside Bayer with the right hand. Corella tried to get the rebound, but it'll be off the hands of the Bulldogs. Looks like Blair may have touched it last. So the Terriers, if the shot clock did not recycle, now we'll have a timeout. This will be the use it or lose it timeout.
Timeout, Terriers.
So Chloe Wanek leading the way for Wofford with 15 points, but Marissa Bayer has 9 points. Kendra Washington has 7 points. Blair with 8 points for the Bulldogs, 6 points for Drumgold, 6 points for Jaquana Murray. She's also on the bench. She picked up a couple of fouls early on. So the Terriers, it's about a 20-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. So South Carolina State will probably get another opportunity. See what Wofford does on their possession. Trainer will inbound it to Washington. Ryan has it. So we're now to Corella, 10 on the shot clock. Trainer open, she'll fire up the three-pointer. No, she had 4 of them the other night. Rebound stays with Wofford, so the Terriers will have a chance for the last shot if they wish. Shot clock off with 25 seconds to go. Trainer open for 3, but a little bit long, but underneath Ryan. Ball goes out of bounds. So 17.9 to go. Here's Washington with the short jumper. She got it. Kendra Washington with 9. Back the other way. Last chance for South Carolina State, and they'll use their use it or lose it timeout. So we'll see what Coach Doug Robertson can do here. Draw up the play to get some points on the board before halftime. Terriers have had as much as a 10-point lead in this game. South Carolina State had a couple of early leads, but then the Terriers were able to take the lead and never look back. Coach Jimmy Garrity drawing up defensive scheme now for the Terriers here for these last 6 seconds. Coach Garrity mentioned that this South Carolina State team does not have many assists. They like to drive to the basket. So far that's held true with Wofford with 11 assists, 4 for South Carolina State. Now here's Blair. Looking for the last shot in the lane. Can't get it to go. Ball knocked away, and that's the way the half ends. So the Terriers up by 8, 35-27 here at halftime. We'll be back with our halftime activities here on Terrier Vision.
Located in Spartanburg, South Carolina, Wofford College combines a challenging liberal arts education with a close-knit campus community. Wofford offers a complete, transformative living and learning experience. Wofford empowers its students with skills and opportunities that employers need and graduate schools want. A Wofford graduate is prepared for what's next. Wofford College. It's your world.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Game day, when throngs of couch-bound conquistadors band together. Feed that will to win with determination and chicken wings. Ingles, your official sponsor of food and football.
Coach Jimmy Garrity in his first season at the helm of the Wofford Terriers women's basketball program. And Coach, your background from the area, you graduate Elon from Cary, North Carolina, spent your 3 years as a head coach at Anderson University just across the way. So this is new territory for you, but in so many ways the Carolinas and the Southern Conference you're very familiar with.
Well, yeah, feels like home right here in the upstate. Got my start in basketball at UNC Wilmington, and from there moved to Clemson and was fortunate enough to get a head job at Anderson University for the past 3 years, and very good teams down there, had really good players. And really fortunate to be here at Wofford after spending time there, and just prepared me to make this step. And been kind of familiar with the Southern Conference. Played a few teams in that when I was at Anderson University and also at Wilmington. So pretty familiar with the conference, and happy to be a part of it.
What have you already discovered about the Wofford Terrier fan base, and certainly about this Wofford women's program in your short time here?
Well, everybody on campus, the support, the students, they've been great. I know we've had great crowds. This place, the Benjo, has seen a lot of great games and a lot of history in this place, a lot of big-time wins here too, and really excited to be a part of all that. And just the overwhelming sense of community you have here at Wofford has been fantastic.
You'll get one season here inside Benjamin Johnson Arena to have at least that experience. Then you move into the brand new facility. One of the main things that coaches always talk about when they come in recruiting, how does it help you to know you're heading into a state-of-the-art facility early in your tenure?
Well, it's pretty special. Now, what's going up across the way here is absolutely amazing, and will have a tremendous impact on recruiting, but also the experience, the college experience that our student athletes have. And it's going to be a building that is second to none in the conference. And at the same time, we're excited about finishing out the Benjo this last season and to give this some history here in the last year, and hopefully we play really well here. I know we will with the crowd support, but it is really promising to look for next year in the future in the new arena.
You're greeted with a very difficult schedule. You look at some of the teams you'll have to play. It begins on the road against an ACC opponent in the NC State Wolfpack. And one of the things that jumps out about the schedule, Coach, in a stretch from December 5th to January 5th, you're on the road the entire time. Talk about the schedule for us.
Well, it is going to be tough. We open up at NC State, and they've just refurbished Reynolds Coliseum, so it'll be the first game in that. They'll have a tremendous crowd there. So I did work at NC State for a few years too, so I'm excited to go back there and play. But then you're right, we do come home after that for 3 games, and then we're on the road again. We play December 5th at home against Coastal, and then we don't come back to the Benjo at home until January 5th against Western. So, during that time stretch, it's 10 out of 11 games on the road. We go to Nebraska, Omaha, which would be a tough place to play. We follow that up with a trip to Gainesville to play University of Florida. Then we got some Big South opponents in there. Gardner-Webb we play. Then we go to CAA, UNC Wilmington. We do a Florida swing and play North Florida and then Jacksonville. And then from there we go to Kennesaw State and play them. And then we're finally back home January 5th.
One of the main things about being a part of a new program is developing that chemistry. That month on the road, will that be helpful in that process?
Well, it's going to have to be. We're going to have to be together as a team, playing for one another during that time stretch. And, it's never easy to go on the road and win. So you typically got to be 10 points better. And so our team has done a tremendous job supporting one another and being together. So I expect that's going to help us down the road as well.
Chloe Wanick comes back as an all-freshman team selection from a year ago. You have Kentra Washington. These are some of the key pieces. Washington, who averages in double figures and had 10 straight games in which she scored in double figures. Talk about those two as well as the surrounding cast and the makeup of your team coming into the season.
Well, yeah, Kentra is going to lead the way for us. Very talented senior. Has put in her time here, is committed to the program, committed in the offseason to get better. She's established a leadership role this year. She's holding her teammates accountable, really comes to practice every single day and works hard and works on her craft. Been a tremendous player for her in practice so far. So I'm expecting big things from Kentra. Her teammates are as well too. And then you mentioned Chloe. Chloe is a very interesting player. She doesn't look the most athletic, but man, she can score the ball. And one thing, found that out early. She was not here during the summer, so we just got to work with her when she came back to school in August and September. But she's very crafty with the ball. Has a innate way of scoring. She can play from outside, hit the 3. She can take it off the dribble. She can get to the rim. So we're looking for exciting things to happen with her. And so, she's going to be surrounded by some good teammates as well, too. At this point, everybody's going to need to step up their game and play like they're capable of playing. I think Grayson is going to have a big year, too. Sarah Trainer is going to help lead the way along with Amasha at the point. So Maria Corella, she can score in a variety of ways, too, very athletic. And so everybody, we have enough pieces of the puzzle to get it right, so we're going to expect everybody to step up and play well for us.
Those are the pieces of the puzzle. What have been your points of emphasis with this group since taking over?
Staying together. Like, we really need to compete try to win every drill, try to win every practice. We're just trying to get better every single day. And if we can ever get to the point where we're playing for one another and staying together as a team, then that in itself will help us win some ball games.
Some changes in the women's game that fans may or may not be aware of, but when it comes down to possessions now are going to be affected moving forward. How do you see that playing out in your team, and what do you feel like those changes have done to the game as a whole?
Well, it's the 4 quarters. We're playing 4 quarters now. And for that was probably a bigger adjustment for coaches than players. I mean, listen, players just play, but it does affect the possessions. Media timeouts are different. Sometimes if you get down early, you got to spend a media timeout in the first couple minutes. You won't have another one. You can go 8-9 minute stretch without a media timeout. So, but I think it's been very beneficial. I think I do like the changes. I especially like some of the changes where you're under a minute, you call a timeout, you can advance the ball. That's pretty special. We've used that in the past, and it's worked well for us. But ultimately, it comes down to there's minutes on the clock, and players just play.
We mentioned with your background, you are familiar with Southern Conference action. How do you see the league breaking down this year that your team will have to navigate?
Well, the league is really good. I mean, Chat's been up there. Mercer had an excellent year last year. East Tennessee State is returning a lot of players, good players. Furman, Sanford, UNC Greensboro, on down the line with Western Carolina as well too. Like, they're all good programs, and they're all wanting to win a championship. So everybody's in that same boat, but we need to raise our level and try to compete in the top half and go from there.
Jimmy Garrity, the women's basketball program, laying a foundation for the future here at Wofford.
These are the student athletes. This is where they train. These are their homes. This is where they become Rhodes Scholars and academic All-Americans. These are the athletes they've always admired. This is where champions are crowned and moments are made. This is the Southern Conference.
General Shale makes your great outdoors even better with big savings on its outdoor living collection. Everything you need to create your own backyard fire pit, outdoor fireplace, General Shale delivers to your home and can recommend a contractor. Or offers easy-to-follow instructions to do it yourself. Save money now on backyard fun with General Shale's complete outdoor living collection. Hurry, your great outdoors is waiting for you.
Set! Red 97!
Did you say 97?
Yes.
That reminds me of Geico's 97% customer satisfaction rating.
97%?
Helped by Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh yeah, baby. Geico's as fast and friendly as it gets.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
At Ingalls, we have a very special family. A family of farmers, ranchers, and dairymen. Clerks, butchers, and bakers. Deli workers, pharmacists, and florists. We work hard every day to bring you the very best. And we'll continue to wake up every morning and work as hard as you do. This is our town, and we built this community together. Ingalls, your neighbor for over 50 years.
We don't do it for recognition or a pat on the back. Not for glory or any award. We make the highest quality pork products because that's what you deserve. And we're honored when you have us over for dinner. That's why pride is in our name. Carolina Pride. Crafted with Southern pride.
I see lightning in the sky. Hold me closely, my dear. Yeah, the storm still raging inside of my soul, and I see lightning in the sky.
Hard-playing kids, taking the ball all the way in. College athletes, burning up the tracks. It doesn't matter if you're an elite athlete, a weekend warrior, or just into casual recreation. If you get hurt, the doctors, athletic trainers, and physical therapists at Spartanburg Regional Sports Medicine Institute will get you back into your game better than ever. We utilize the latest in orthopedic care so you can return from injury to the energetic lifestyle you love. To find out more, call us at 864-606-4931.
The madness begins here. Make sure you're at the U.S. Cellular Center in Asheville, North Carolina, March 2nd through 6th for the 2017 SoCon Basketball Championships presented by General Shale. You don't want to miss the action as your favorite SoCon teams compete for a championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament. Book your travel and tickets by logging on to SoConTravel.com or by contacting the U.S. Cellular Center box office. Madness begins here. Get your tickets today.
Welcome back as we are about to start the second half of play. Wofford leading 35-27. They had as much as a 10-point lead in that second quarter. Taking a look at the stats, neither team shooting very well. Wofford 13 of 39 for 33%. 12 of 35 shooting for South Carolina State for 34%. 0 for 6 from the three-point area for the Bulldogs. 3 of 11 for Wofford. 6 of 8 from the free throw line for the Terriers. 3 of 3 for South Carolina State. Wofford out-rebounding the Bulldogs 29-22, including 14 offensive rebounds compared to 8 for South Carolina State. There have been 3 lead changes, actually 5 lead changes in the game. Biggest lead, as we mentioned, was 10 points. Taking a look at some of the individual stats leading the way in scoring for South Carolina State. Bryn Blair, their leading scorer, with 8 points. 6 points for Jaquana Murray, and 6 points for Brittany Drumgoole. Leading the way for Wofford, 15 for Chloe Wannick, including 3 3-pointers. 9 points for Marissa Bayer coming off the bench. She also has 6 rebounds. The 9 points she has already a career high for her. So we're about ready to start the second half of play. Glad that you've joined us here. Wannick inbounds it to Trainer. And we're underway with the second half of play. Trainer guarded by Blair. Now here's Pinholster. Didn't see much action because of a couple quick fouls she got. And they're going to put her right into action there, and she scores on the layup. She had 2 in the first quarter before getting a couple of those fouls. She gets off to a good start here. The Terriers equaling their biggest lead now at 10. Here's Drumgoole. And ball knocked away in a steal. Wannick back the other way for Wofford, but she loses it. And here come the Bulldogs back the other way. That's Blair on the drive for 2. She's in the double figures now with 10 points. Trainer gets a screen from Washington. Gets it underneath the Pinholster. Puts a shot with the left hand, but blocked cleanly by Murray. It'll remain Wofford ball. Underneath, Washington moves in and misses the shot with the left hand. What a tough first half. She had 3 of 13 shooting in that first half. Oh, nice play by the Bulldogs, but they can't convert as the foul is on Trainer. Nice pass from Chantel Williams to Jaquana Murray. You'll see it right here. Williams to Murray, but then Trainer, looks like she may have gotten it. Looked like that may have been a clean block that time, but she gets called for the foul. And that'll be her second. That's the first miss of the game for South Carolina State from the line. Came in shooting only 57% in their first 2 games. But she makes it 1 of 2. 7 for Murray, and it's a 7-point lead. Pinholster. Now here's Trainer. Pinholster and a steal and kept in play by Murray. Over now to Williams, underneath to Blair. And a couple of quick baskets by the Bulldogs. And Coach Jimmy Garrity says, we need a timeout. And we will take one as well with 8:26 to go here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs have cut it to 5, and we'll be back with more here on Terrier Vision.
The madness begins here. Make sure you're at the U.S. Cellular Center in Asheville, North Carolina, March 2nd through 6th for the 2017 SoCon Basketball Championships presented by General Shale. You don't want to miss the action as your favorite SoCon teams compete for a championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament. Book your travel and tickets by logging on to SoConTravel.com or by contacting the U.S. Cellular Center box office. Madness begins here. Get your tickets today.
General Shale makes your great outdoors even better with big savings on its outdoor living collection. Everything you need to create your own backyard fire pit, outdoor fireplace, General Shale delivers to your home and can recommend a contractor. Or offers easy-to-follow instructions to do it yourself. Save money now on backyard fun with General Shale's complete outdoor living collection. Hurry, your great outdoors is waiting for you.
Welcome back. A 10-point lead by the Terriers, cut in half by South Carolina State within a minute-and-a-half span. And Jimmy Garrity calls that timeout. So now it's 37-32. Terriers up by 5. Trainer tried to lob it underneath, a little bit too high and off the backboard. Looked like she wanted to get it to Washington, and Kentra's 6'1", that she needed to be another foot taller maybe to get that one. And Drumgoole out front now. Williams back to Drumgoole. South Carolina State has not shot the ball well from three-point land and still haven't, as Bradley misses on an air ball, and the Wofford Terriers have the ball. Trainer. Whistle away for the ball. I think it's going to be on Murray. That'll be her third. Jaquana Murray, sophomore from Orangeburg. She led to the had a couple of blocks in that first half. Alexis Scott now back into the ball game. Wanek almost trapped, nearly stolen by Blair. Pinholster. Shot no good by Corella, and she was held scoreless in that first half. And here's Blair on the drive for South Carolina State. Blair goes in and scores. Brent Blair with 6 points already in this quarter, 14 in the game, the lead down to 3. Blakeney also checked in the game a moment ago for Trainer. Here's Wanek. He had a red-hot first half. That shot may have been partially deflected. Drumgoole out front to Blair. Blair on the drive. Blair scores. 8 points in this quarter. 16 now in the game, and the lead is down to 1. A 9-0 run by South Carolina State in the last 2.5 minutes. Corella. Out front now to Washington. On the drive with the left hand. Misses again, and now South Carolina State the chance to take the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Blair stops her dribble. Now she's pressured by Blakeney. She gets the pass back from Williams. Here's Bradley. Front now to Scott. 7 on the shot clock. Blair from the baseline scores. And right now, Blair is on fire. 10 points in this third quarter alone. And South Carolina State has the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Corella on the drive. Corella misses the layup. Terriers unable to finish right now, but a foul called.
This is the foul number 3, Chantel Williams.
Chantel Williams called for her third foul. I'll send Corella to the free throw line. Got it. That's her first point of the evening. Second free throw, good. That was our first 2 free throws of the year, free throw attempts of the year. So now the Terriers back in front. Bayer is into the game now for Wofford. A long 3 by Blair, why not? She is hit nothing but net. 13 of the 14 points by South Carolina State in this third quarter scored by Blair. Came in averaging 17 a game. Washington finally gets one to go down. She's into double figures now with 11, and we're tied at 41. We thought this would be a competitive game, and looked like Wofford had things going their way for a while, but South Carolina State with a big comeback here in the third quarter, making the game. Bradley's shot will not go. Whistle. We got a foul or jump ball. Looks like it could be a jump ball. Now will also take us to a timeout with Kendra Washington talking to one of the officials. And we'll take a timeout as well. We're all tied at 41. That 10-point Wofford lead disappeared in a hurry. Back with more here on Terrier Vision.
If I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor.
It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
The madness begins here. Make sure you're at the U.S. Cellular Center in Asheville, North Carolina, March 2nd through 6th for the 2017 SoCon Basketball Championships presented by General Shale. You don't want to miss the action as your favorite SoCon teams compete for a championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament. Book your travel and tickets by logging on to SoConTravel.com or by contacting the U.S. Cellular Center box office. Madness begins here. Get your tickets today.
Well, one difference in this third quarter, South Carolina State is shooting the ball extremely well. 6 of 8 in this quarter alone for 75%. They were only shooting about 34% in the first half. Wofford, 2 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Each team with 6 turnovers, and that rebound margin that Wofford had at the break was 7. It's now a 4 rebound difference in favor of Wofford, now 31-27. On the drive, the ball stripped away, picked up underneath, but we got a foul called. It'll be Bradley going to the line. Marissa Bayer called for the foul. That's her second.
Jamia Bradley at the free throw line for the Bulldogs.
Free throw's good. 2 for 2 from the line, and the Bulldogs have retaken the lead. Three for 3 on the night for Bradley. She has 5 points. And South Carolina State has retaken the lead. Blakeney to Corella. It's a screen from Bayer. Now Washington on the drive, scoops it up, around and off, no good. And a rebound saved by Bradley for South Carolina State. A A 16-4 run by South Carolina State in the last 5.5 minutes or so. And finally a miss by Blair. That's the first miss I think she's had in this third quarter. So South Carolina State, the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be a Wanick inbounding to Corella. Inside Bayer, gets it to Washington, and she is fouled from behind. Bree Blair. Corella open for three. Can't get it to go. And the rebound by Drumgoole. She leads the break for South Carolina State. Blakeney with the help there on defense, but she may be the one called for the foul. Yep, it'll be on Blakeney.
Terrier foul number 35, Masha Blakeney. It's her first, third on the club, and the line for the Bulldogs, Brittany Drumgoole. Checking in for the Terriers, number 3, Sarah Trainer. Also entering for Wofford, number 10, Kyra Booker.
Trainer and Booker back into the game for the Terriers. Free throw no good. The lead is 3, biggest of the night for South Carolina State, and a foul going to be called.
Foul number 4, Bree Blair.
Bree Blair.
Fourth on the team.
Trainer looking to inbound. Gets it to Chloe Wanick. Wanick on the drive. Can't get the shot to go. Gets her own rebound back. Puts it up and no. Terriers can't get the ball to come get in the basket when they get it close there. Here's Blair. Drumgoole now gets it off out of bounds. It'll be South Carolina State ball. Waiting for Wanick to tie her shoe. Drumgoole looking to inbound, gets it into the corner. Now underneath for the shot by Scott, and she gets the ball to go in. And now it's up to a 5-point lead for South Carolina State, about a 15-point turnaround here. Since it was 37-27, a 19-4 lead since early in this third quarter. Trainer is open for three, and she got it. Her first points of the evening couldn't come at a better time to stop the little momentum that South Carolina State has. Blair on the drive. Blair goes in and scores, and she was fouled. She'll have a chance for a 3-point play.
NC State foul number 4, Bree Blair, her third, team's fifth.
Then she can be called for the offensive foul. Did not see that signal at first. So an offensive foul called on Blair, so she won't have the chance for the 3-point play. Terriers trying to take advantage of it, down by 2. Underneath, Washington went through her hands and into the hands of the Bulldogs. Here's Drumgoole on the drive. Drumgoole gives off to Blair, and she gets a layup to go. 15 points for Blair in this third quarter. 23 in the game now. Washington gets inside to Bayer. Bayer with the right hand scores. Gaining a lot of confidence with that shot. She now has 11, extending her career high in points. Terriers cut the lead to 2. This is Regina Garrett into the game. Now here's Blair, 5 on the shot clock. She's open, she gets another one.
3 Blair.
17 in this third quarter for Blair. Wanick on the drive, can't get the shot to go. And we've got a tie-up. Possession arrow in favor of Wofford.
Possession arrow to Wofford. Checking in for the Bulldogs, number 20, Shakina Bimpa.
Shakina Bimpa into the game, native of the Congo. Washington thought about the three. Now here's Booker on the drive. Washington with the fadeaway, missed it short. Rebound by Garrett for South Carolina State. Now Blair dribbling the ball out front, waiting for the shot clock to go down. Down under 10 now. Blair on the drive, lost the ball. Garrett back to Blair, 3 on the shot clock, fires it up, misses. It's unbelievable the way she's been playing. Booker with the rebound is hounded but gets the ball away to Wanick. 2-on-1 underneath. Washington puts it up and will not go again. Terriers having a tough time on the inside. Very frustrating time.
Jump ball arrow to the Bulldogs.
There's a jump ball call, possession arrow in favor of the Bulldogs with 5.8 to go. Terriers have missed a bunch of shots on the inside. Now quickly Blair, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Fires up a 3 and she was fouled by Booker. With 1.1 to go.
Number 10, Kyra Booker, first personal. Team's fourth. At the free throw line for the Bulldogs.
Nice play by Blair.
Blair.
The first free throw attempt of the night. $19 points in this third quarter alone. And the long shot at the buzzer is way short and quite a turnaround. Terriers had as much as a 10-point lead in the third quarter, early in the third quarter, but they have seen that lead disappear, and now the Bulldogs up by 6 as we go to the fourth quarter here tonight on Terrier Vision.
Red 97! Set! Red 97!
Did you say 97?
Yes.
You know, that reminds me of Geico's 97% customer satisfaction rating.
97%?
Helped by Geico's fast and friendly claim service.
Oh yeah, baby. Geico's as fast and friendly as it gets.
Geico. Expect great savings and a whole lot more.
I think we should have taken a left at the river.
Tarzan, no. Where Tarzan go?
Tarzan does not know where Tarzan go. Hey, excuse me, do you know where the waterfall is? Waterfall?
No. Me, Tarzan. King of jungle.
I know you wanted to.
If you're a couple, you fight over directions. It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
You have to do that right in my ear.
Welcome back. The statistical story of that third quarter has to be Bree Blair. 27 points in all, 19 of them in that third quarter. Also, the shooting as a team, South Carolina State in that third quarter alone, 9 of 14 for 64%. They're shooting now 43% for the game. Wofford was only 4 of 16 from the field for 25%. They're now shooting just under 31% for the entire game. Wanick leading the Wofford way with 15 points. Kendra Washington with 7 rebounds as well as 4 assists. Maria Krella with only 2 points, but she's also dished out 4 assists as well. Terriers down by 6, trying for a comeback here, and Penholster gets it going with the shot that's no good, out of bounds. It'll be Bulldog basketball. Drumgoole. Now here's Chantel Williams. Gets it inside to Blair. She double teamed, missed a shot, and Trainer with the rebound. But she got bumped a couple times and nothing called. Down court to Corella. Can't get her three to go, and here's Pinholster with the layup. Grayson Pinholster. Six points for her, the lead down to 4. We had an overtime thriller here a couple of years ago between these two teams. Could be headed the same way in this one. Williams now over to Bree Blair. Finds an opening, puts a shot up with the left hand, no good. Rebound follow, and we got a foul called. Murray with the offensive rebound. That's a foul on Pinholster. That'll be her third.
At the line, Jaquana Murray.
Murray at the line. Jaquana Murray, sophomore from Orangeburg. 1 for 2 tonight. Gets the first one.
Number 15, Jamia Bradley checks in for the Bulldogs.
Bradley checks back into the ball game for South Carolina State. Gets both free throws to go, and the lead back up to 6 at 54-48. Now Corella, Pinholster, Trainer now has it. Wanick gets it over now to Corella. Washington inside Pinholster, but a foul. And that is Jaquana Murray called for the foul. That is her 4th. She will check out, and checking in is Shakina Bimpa. Trainer inbounding it to Wanick. Pinholster fires at the 15-footer. Got pretty accurate with that shot. And the lead down to 4. Now on the drive. Shot is no good by Williams, and here come the Terriers with a chance to cut the lead. Trainer, Wanick, cooled off a little bit since she had 15 points in that first quarter, or 13 in that first quarter. And Bimpa called for the foul. That'll be her first. Here's Washington. She's open. Got it. Andrew Washington. Tough night from the field, but she gets the little 13-footer there to cut the lead to 2, 54-52. 7.5 minutes to go, plenty of time here. Shot no good by Bradley, and the rebound follow by Bimpa. And a foul.
Terrier foul number 33, Grayson Pinholster, her 4th.
Pinholster called for her 4th personal foul. Spent a lot of the first half on the bench. Coach Jimmy Garrity, well, he's got Marissa Bayer about ready to check in.
Entering for the Terriers, number 5, Marissa Bayer.
Bayer in for Pinholster. And that hurts, but she's going to have to sit down, at least for a few moments. We'll see when they bring her back in. And we got a jump ball. Bimpa. And one of the Terriers, and possession arrow in favor of South Carolina State. So the Bulldogs will retain the possession of the ball. Out front to Blair. And now here is Williams. Now that's who you want to have the ball the way she's been shooting in this second half. As Drumgoole gets over now to Bradley. Fires up the open jumper. Too hard off the glass. And the rebound by Corella and the Bulldogs. Can't increase their lead. Wofford with a chance to tie with the three. And there's the three by Corella. Will not go. Rebound Bayer. Whistle. Bayer with the offensive rebound. I think she drew the foul as well.
This is taking on number 20, Shakina Bimpa.
Bimpa called for the foul. That's her second. Bayer at the line. Already got a career high. First time she's been in double figures. She now has 12 points in the game. Career high going into play tonight was 5. She got 9 in the first half. Both free throws there. Cuts the lead to 1. Blair picked up by Corella now. Now picked up by Bayer. Misses the layup. Ball knocked away. Who can get it there first? Corella has it. She gets control of it, and the Terriers have a chance to take the lead underneath. All alone, Bayer for the layup, and it goes in. So nice little run by the Terriers. And a timeout, South Carolina State. And we'll take a break as well as you see the hustle of Maria Corella to get the ball. A nice pass by Trainer underneath for the layup by Bayer. Terriers retake the lead. Back with more on Terrier Vision.
What's up, Terriers? This week kicks off the last season in the Benjamin Johnson Arena. This has truly been one of the best places to compete in the Southern Conference. Let's take a quick look back at the first game to ever be played in the Benjo.
It started out as that we were going to build an athletic building, and as time went on, we found that it became more and more likely that the needs for the long run were going to include other things. So, as it turned out, we had enough people in this community who were willing to give us the support, and we built the whole thing at one time.
What a great arena to create a legacy here at Wofford College. More moments like this will be shared throughout the year by Wofford Athletics, and you can get involved too. Share some of your favorite Benjo memories by tagging #BenjoFarewell.
Welcome back as we've got quite a game going on here. Wofford had a 10-point lead early in the third quarter, and then South Carolina State has had as much as a 6-point lead, but now it is a 1-point lead in favor of Wofford. An 8-1 run by the Terriers have given them the lead. Marissa Bayer with 15 points. She is tied with Chloe Wannick for the team high at the moment. 27 for Blair, but she's yet to score in this fourth quarter. In fact, South Carolina State is 0 for 6 from the field, and we got a foul called. Washington called for the foul. That's her first. Pinholster remains on the bench with 4. Drumgoole's first free throw makes it a 56 all game. And now the Bulldogs retake the lead by 1. Corella on the drive, scores. Her first field goal of the night. She had 3 assists in that first half. She has 5 assists as well, and she just got her first point. So she's done other things besides, and when the shooting's been off, she's been able to dish the ball. And the Terriers have the lead back. And Drumgoole trying to back in, swing the ball around. Here's Williams on a spin move. Missed it wildly. and saving the ball. And here's Blair. Kicks the ball back out to Drumgoole. Fires up a bad shot. The shot clock was running down. That's why she had to get it off. And the Terriers have the ball. Wanick. Screen from Washington. Now here's Corella. Tries to get it inside, but cutting in front with the steal is Bimpa. Now here's Blair. Blair fires up the jumper, and the rebound by Trainer. The Bulldogs have yet to score a field goal. All their points in this fourth quarter have been from the free throw line. Corella lobs it inside to Bayer for the two. Marissa Bayer with 6 in this quarter. 17 in the game, and the Terriers now up 60-57. There's Bradley trying to get a screen from Drumgoole. Trainer trying to guard her, and a foul going to be called. It'll be a 2-shot foul.
Terrier foul number 3, Sarah Trainer.
Here's the play underneath as Corella with a nice pass underneath to Bayer. Got it over Bimpa's hands, right into Bayer's hands for the 2. Foul was on Trainer. That's her 3rd.
Number 5, Quanah Murray checks in for SC State.
Now it's a 2-point lead for Wofford. Corella in the corner to Wanick. Now Bayer. Trainer Washington, she's open. A little bit too long, but the long rebound comes back to her. Tried to get the ball inside and knocked away in the turnover. Gives the ball back to the Bulldogs. Quanah Murray with the steal there. Blair. And the shot clock go down under 10 now. Blair on the drive. Blair misses, but it'll be a 2-shot foul. And that is Sarah Trainer's 4th, so she and Pinholster each with 4. Pinholster remains on the bench and see what looks like Trainer's going to stay in the game, for now anyway. No good by Blair. Second free throw makes it a 1-point lead. So Trainer remains in the game with 4 fouls. Corella, Washington quickly inside off Bayer's hands, and a turnover again by the Terriers. Back the other way. Blair got too far underneath the basket. She thought she was fouled, and here's Washington for the Terriers. Now Trainer. Now Corella fires up the jumper, little long, and the rebound by Murray. We're down to 2:35 to go here in the fourth quarter of a tight one. 2 years ago, these teams went into overtime before South Carolina State pulled out the victory. Open in an air ball, but underneath, missing the shot underneath was Bradley. Kentrell Washington called for the foul. There's Murray's air ball, but right underneath. Was Bradley. She misses the free throw. Foul was on Washington, her 2nd. Coach Doug Robertson talking to one of the officials there. Second free throw. This ties it up. All the points for South Carolina State in this fourth quarter have come from the free throw line. Now Trainer thought about the three, now drives in. Here's Bayer. Bayer goes in with the left hand and scores. Marissa Bayer with a career game tonight. 8 points in the quarter, 19 for the game, and the Terriers retake the lead with under 2 minutes to go. Now here's Blair trying to find an opening. Can't here on the drive. Bradley. Bradley on the drive with a wild shot. The rebound by Kendra Washington. Terriers with a chance to go up by more than a possession. Down to about close to a minute 20 left here in the fourth quarter. Terriers with a 2-point lead. Coach Garrity instructing the offense. Trainer off the hands of South Carolina State. Ooh, Drumgold thought it may have gone off the hands of Corella, but official says otherwise. Wofford will get the ball in front of the Terrier bench. Wanek to inbound. Washington drives in. And Bayer with the follow. Marissa Bayer with 10 in the quarter, 21 in the game. And the Terriers up by 4. They've got that 2-possession lead now. Under a minute to go. Not that many fans, but they're making some noise here for both teams. Blair trying to get a, come off a screen. Blair finds a little bit of an opening. Misses a shot. Follow-up, no good again. Rebound follow is good. The first field goal of the quarter by the Bulldogs. And Jamia Bradley comes up with it. So a timeout called by South Carolina State. And we'll take a timeout as well. 42 seconds to go. A tight one here in Spartanburg. Wofford by 2 here on Terrier Vision. Wofford coach Jimmy Garrity would love to have happen here, just to have a good competitive game, to get a little bit better feel for his team and how they do in a situation like this. The first 2 games were blowouts. They lost by 40 to North Carolina State last week. Kind of expected that. Also kind of expected that they would blow out a Division II school team in Erskine. Now they've got a team on their own competitive level, and it has been competitive. Now the Terriers have the ball. 42 seconds to go, about a 12-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Trainer has the ball. See if the Bulldogs foul here or not. Now Bayer has it to Wanek. Wanek. Good defense by South Carolina State. Shot clock down to 15. Here's Trainer on the drive. Trainer underneath to Bayer. Bayer gets it up to Washington. Lost the ball out of bounds. Or hold it. Yep, it'll be South Carolina State ball. So now, South Carolina State with a chance for the last shot here to tie it up or even take the lead. Shot clock off. We're down to 18 seconds. Blair with the ball. Blair on the drive. Blair. Now to Drumgold for the 3 and the lead. Got it! Drumgold with the basket with 9.14 seconds to go. Huge shot by Drumgoole. Only the second three-pointer of the game by the Bulldogs. Blair had one in that red-hot third quarter she had. Wofford have to call a timeout. We'll keep it here for now with 9.4 to go, and South Carolina State with the lead at 65-64. As you see, Blair penetrating, gives off to Drumgoole. Put the fake on. Now let's see. Looks like she did get the three. Looked like the feet were behind the line. So now, with 9.4 to go. Now in college ball, you don't have the NBA rule where you can get the ball at half court. You're going to have to go the length of the floor now. See what Coach Garrity draws up here. Couldn't get a clear look, but it looked like the feet were behind the line, and no challenge on that. So here we go, 9.4 seconds to go. Wofford will have to go the length of the floor. Wannick, Trainer, Corella, Washington, and Bayer on the floor for Wofford. I forgot they did have the ball in this side of the court. So it'll be Trainer with the ball, chased by Blair. 6 seconds, 5 seconds, and whistle. And a foul to give for South Carolina State. That's her fourth. Now we're down to 4.4 seconds to go. Corella gets it underneath the Bayer, lays it up and in! With a minute 1.9 to go. Bayer. Here comes the last shot at the buzzer. No good! The Terriers win it in a thriller. And for the first time, Wofford has defeated South Carolina State. And this one is a thriller, 66-65 in favor of the Wofford Terriers. Marissa Bayer with the layup at the end. And here's the replay of it as Bayer with the left hand scores. Off the inbound pass. And the Terriers pull it out. 66-65, wow. What a game by Marissa Bayer. She ended up with 12 points in the quarter, 23 in the game. Let's check very quickly some of the stats. 23 for Bayer. She was 9 of 11 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. She also added 4 rebounds, 15 points for Wannick, all in the first half. 13 points for Kendra Washington. Her shooting percentage not that good, but they'll take the win. She also had 10 rebounds as well as 4 assists. Taking a look at the players for South Carolina State, their leading scorer was Bree Blair with 28 points, including an incredible 19 points in that third quarter. Also in double figures with Drumgoole with 12. She had the three-pointer that the Bulldogs thought that may have been the game winner. Terriers shot 37.7%. South Carolina State 35%. 4 of 14 from the three-point area for Wofford. 2 of 11 for South Carolina State. 10 of 12 shooting from the free throw line by the Terriers. 17 of 23 for the Bulldogs. Wofford out rebounding South Carolina State by 5. 11 turnovers for Wofford, 7 for South Carolina State. That's not bad for either team in this kind of situation. So those are some of the stats, but the important stat is Wofford wins. They are now 2-1 on the year. They've got Gardner-Webb on Tuesday night. And to see Maria Corella very happy, chest bumping with Marissa Bayer. And what a night she had, a career night for her. Season high, career high in points. She also had 9 rebounds, and I believe that is also a career high for her. So we had a thriller here. We had one 2 years ago that went into overtime and had one here tonight as the Terriers win it 66-65. So for everyone with the broadcast, thank you for joining us. And our final score again, Wofford 66, South Carolina State 65 here on Terrier Vision.